What is good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your man Carzamara here. Welcome back to another episode of Josiah's Grape Reviews. Today we'll be reviewing the Echo Park races. Trucks, O'Reilly, and Cup, all three raced at Echo Park this weekend. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get on with it. Start with the truck race. Jake Garcia won the pole. Stage 1 was won by Corey Heim. Stage 2 was won by Ricky Sten. No, sorry, it was won by Stuart Friesen. Excuse me, as I got it's not stuffy nose. Good grief. Let's already have to start. Can't talk. Kyle Busch won the truck race, though. He and his teammate Carson Hocevar, yes, I said teammate Carson Hocevar, teammate to Kyle Busch in this race, basically helped each other out, helped Kyle Busch get the win. Kyle Busch literally went from like 5th to 1st to get the lead. It was insane. Kyle Busch, 3 straight Echo Park Spring truck wins for Kyle Busch. I think he's won, I think they said like a race at Echo Park every single season for like 11 straight seasons. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's insane if true. But I believe him. That's insane. Kyle Busch, Carson Hocevar again, 1-2. Gio Ruggiero was 3rd. Ben Rhodes, who had his 29th birthday on Saturday, happy birthday to him. Had a really good race. Started on the front row. Was up front most of the race. Almost snapped his win streak. Couldn't quite do it. Corey Heim, 5th. Won a stage. Had a slow pit stop that kind of put him back. And then he was kind of not really able to recover. Chandler Smith was 6th. Jake Garcia, 7th. John Hunter Nemechek, 8th. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., 9th. And Justin Haley was 10th. Ty Dillon, 11th. Adam Andretti in this race, 12th. Daniel Dye, 13th. Tyler Ankrum, 14th. And Andres Perez, 15th. Brendan Butterbean Queen, 16th. Tyler Reif, 17th. Chris Wright, 18th. Minnie Tyrell, back-to-back top 20s. And Stuart Friesen was 20th. Something happened like late in the race. He had a good race too, Friesen did. Something happened late in the race. He had an issue with the truck that Fox never talked about. But comes home 20th. Disappointing day for him. Caden Honeycutt, 21st. Granite Finger, 22nd. Clayton Green, 23rd. Josh Rayum, 24th. Frankie Muniz, 25th. Spencer Ward, 26th. Lane Briggs, 27th. Been a rough start for the season for Lane Briggs. 2 races in, though. Ty Majeski, 28th. Tyler Tomasi, 29th. Tanner Gray, 30th. Cole Butcher, 31st. Dawson Sutton, 32nd. Caleb Costner, 33rd. Daniel Hemrick, 34th. DNF for Hemrick. Back-to-back weeks where he's had issues with the truck also. I think he had a hub issue and took him to the garage, and he was done for the day. Justin Carroll, 35th. And Christian Eckes, 36th. Went to the garage very early on with an issue. I can't remember what it was, though. But that's the truck race for you. Moving on to the Echo Park race. Very, very crazy race it was. On the pole was Sam Mayer. Was up front and then had, I think, a flat tire that sent it to the back. And took him a while for him to recover, but he eventually recovered to an okay finish. Jesse Love won the first stage. RCR was the 2 guys to watch. Austin Hill and Jesse Love were by far the heads-on favorites to win, especially Austin Hill. Hill started back in 20th. Love started 10th. And they were kind of like, did they go work more so on handling, more so than speed for qualifying? I think it was more so on handling, but I think it showed up there in the race. Raja Caruth won stage 2, his first career stage win, so congrats to him. But as for the race, obviously, speaking of first, the big story, Sheldon Creed, after 15 runner-up finishes in his 136th start, finally gets his first, long-awaited first O'Reilly Auto Parts Series win. Much deserved for Sheldon Creed. Should not have taken 4 years, but that's besides the point. This is in his 5th season now. It's pretty crazy. Yes, he kind of backed into it. That is kind of disappointed. Austin Hill and Ross Chastain were 1-2. It was looking brief moment like Austin Hill was actually going to pull through with another Atlanta win. But Ross Chastain been moving to turn 3. Hill kind of cleared himself. Chastain kind of stayed in it, and they collided. Hill had a great save. I think we'll see where he finished. But obviously it's not going to show it on the scoreboard, the speed that he had. But Sheldon Creed snuck by them both and took home the victory. Massive. Obviously, I'm a Creed fan in the Xfinity right now. I was a Hemrick fan, and then obviously he's not in the series anymore, so now I'm a Creed fan. Basically, I root for guys, essentially. If you want to know who my favorites are, they're basically just guys who have struggled to get their first career win, and I root for them because I feel bad. So basically, anytime I have pain, that's basically my fault. I'm a Chase Elliott fan, Sheldon Creed fan, Daniel Hemrick, Stuart Friesen, yeah, you can tell all 4 of those drivers have something in common. Add Noah Gragson into it too, but Gragson didn't take as much to get his first career Xfinity win, or I guess O'Reilly win now. So Sheldon Creed won. Parker Retzlaff 2nd. Great day for him. He was up front most of the day. Nick Sanchez looked like for a moment was going to get back-to-back Echo Park wins. Didn't quite do it. Corey Day, multiple wrecks that he was a part of. He was, very early on. Started like lap 5. He got into Ryan Sieg. Tried to go in the hole that wasn't there, and got into Sieg. Kyle Sieg was involved too, basically destroyed both the Sieg's days. And then while battling for the lead, he had a flat tire or something, or went up the track and collected guys like Justin Allgaier, and another car was involved. I forgot who, but we'll see on the list who it was. But still came through to finish 4th after all that, which is crazy. Jesse Love was able to salvage a good finish for RCR. He got a 5th place finish. Ross Chastain lost all of his momentum on the final 2 corners, finishes 6th. Sam Mayer was 7th. Raja Caruth 8th. Taylor Gray 9th. And Brandon Jones 10th. Dean Thompson 11th. Austin Hill 12th. Yeah, 12th is where he finished after all that. Patrick Stopoli 13th. Garrett Smithley 14th. Josh Bilicki 15th. Jeb Burns 16th. Chad Fitcham 17th. Nick Lights 18th. Brennan Poole, Luke Fenhouse the top 20. Austin Green 21st. Ryan Ellis, William Sawalich, G. Ruggiero, Anthony Alfredo round out the top 25. Mason Maggio, Josh Williams was involved in direct late with Sam Mayer. When Caruth got on the wall, and Mayer did not lift at all and just ran to the back of Josh Williams. LeVar Scott 28th, Jeremy Clements 29th, Sammy Smith 30th. They were all involved. All these guys were involved in wrecks and had issues. Cody Ware 31st. Carson Quapple, that's the other guy that was involved in the Corey Day wreck. The spectacular Arby's car that started on the front row with that fire suit was insane. We need a custom fire suit of that. It's insane. But he goes 32nd. 33rd, Justin Allgaier. Joey Gase, Harrison Byrne, and Kyle C. No, sorry. That's the top. Harrison Byrne, that's 35th. Blaine Perkins, 36th. Ryan Sieg, 37th. So they're all of my favorites. Kyle Sieg, 38th. There you go. So rough days for all of them. Going out of the Cup race that happened last night. Tyler Reddick started on pole. Qualifying was canceled due to rain because of course, because it's NASCAR. We're not going to go. We can't go 2 races without rain, you know. I mean, we already did it at the Bowman Gray to Clash. It's NASCAR. This is what we do now. Austin Cindric won stage 1. Bubba Wallace won stage 2. And yeah, man, I feel bad for Bubba Wallace. There's a couple of races that he has been in position, just hasn't gotten it done. I think back to Kansas last season. You could even throw out to the 500 last season. He was in position, didn't get it done. Certainly was in position here, but then, you know, Carson Hocevar happened. But, you know, we'll get to Carson in a moment. And then his teammate prevailed. Tyler Reddick, his teammate. Back-to-back wins to start the season. The first driver to go back-to-back the first 2 races of the season since Matt Kenseth in 2009. Obviously, he went on to miss the chase and finish, I think, 14th in the standings. Went on to go winless the rest of the way. So let's hope this doesn't happen to Tyler Reddick. I doubt it, but we'll see. He went winless last season, so he's making up for it now. Insane. He won it without a freaking front bumper. Half his front bumper was missing. It was insane because he was involved in the record like 35 to go and then redeemed it. That's how crazy Atlanta is. Some people don't like new Atlanta configuration. I don't know. I'm just saying right now. Good run for Reddick though. Obviously back-to-back wins. Has a huge points lead now because of that. Chase Briscoe was 2nd. Ross Chastain was 3rd. Good runs for them. Carson Hocevar finishes 4th. That's the 2nd spring Atlanta race in a row where he has been in position to win, has been aggressive trying to get in position to win, and has not prevailed. He led almost at the white flag, just like last week at the 500. Came away empty. He lost momentum and just fell way to the back and almost got on the wall and somehow prevailed to finish 4th. But on the second to last restart, that's basically when the chaos started. I mean, he was already making insane moves in that, but really it happened in the second to last restart when a hole just opened up and he just went go, and then Bell, this is the thing. I think Hocevar knew there was a hole. Bell did not know there was a hole, and he just went for it, and then Bell didn't see it up in the wall. Bell went with a hard hit. Yeah, obviously that is on Carson. I mean, it's hard. I'm not gonna put all the blame. I mean, Carson made the move. Christopher definitely. I definitely did not know he was there. It's. I don't know if you can call it a race car deal. I don't know. Anything I say is just wrong. So let's just leave it at that. It's gonna be one of those things. Some people are gonna say it's Carson's fault, Christopher's fault, racing deal. You can think about all 3 ways. It's insane. But yeah, I mean, Carson's just going for the win. He's being aggressive, but maybe pushing it, slap it to the edge. But you know, some people do that. Logano does that all the time. Sorry to throw shade at Logano, but he does. But I don't know. It's one of those deals. It's tough. But Daniel Suarez, his teammate, gets 5th. That's 2 top 5s for Spire in the same race. How about that? Good run for Suarez. It is Shane Van Gisbergen 6th. You know it's a crazy race when Shane Van Gisbergen is inside the top 5 naturally, coming to the checkers. Fell back and finished 6th, but still a great run for SVG after spinning out twice. Was involved in direct, not of his own doing, by Kyle Larson, who, best driver in the world, just cleared himself in front of SVG coming to the end of stage 2 and then wrecked out. Okay, ever since he said that, it's just not been good for him. I mean, he did win the championship. So I guess there's that last season. But he just made some weird mistakes and all that stuff, and this is one of them. SVG also had a spin by himself, but come out to finish 6th and not bad for him. Zane Smith, another good run, 7th. Bubba Wallace followed about to 8th. Ryan Priest 9th, and Ryan Blaney was 10th. Chase Elliott 11th. Hometown kid started out 4th. Chase Elliott had a really solid car. I think better than top 10 or better than 11th, definitely, but just fell back again when it mattered the most. Alan Gustafson called him to pit the last restart, and he lost only a couple spots by pitting and finished this thing because before he pitted he was 11th and then came out 15th. So basically got back. He didn't lose anything. I know a lot of people are mad at Alan Gustafson. Believe me, I am not the biggest Alan Gustafson fan, but that's one of the rare moments where I'm actually going to defend Alan Gustafson for that move because we weren't going to win from 11th. Like, we weren't going to win from 11th, guys. Like, sorry. And then to get fresh tires in case something big happens. Nothing big didn't materialize, but he got back to where he was, and he's still 3rd in points. So, good points day, good stage points. Just didn't happen for Chase. Led some laps, though, which was good. Always good. Allmendinger was 12th. Denny Hamlin 13th. Let's go up here. Noah Gragson 14th. Chris Buescher was 15th. Ty Dillon 16th. Brad Keselowski 17th. Joey Logano 18th. John Hunter Nemechek 19th. And Michael McDowell 20th. Some of these guys mentioned here in the teams were involved in wrecks. Like Logano was involved in a spin and a wreck. Same with Hamlin. Some of these other guys, man, this is crazy. Christopher Bell was 21st. Cole Custer 22nd. Alex Bowman 23rd. Eric Jones 24th. Ty Gilliland 25th, Austin Cindric 26th, Cody Ware 27th, William Byron 28th, Austin Dillon, Connor Zillage rounds up the top 30. Got to keep looking up at the favorites there. J.J. Yaley 31st, Kyle Larson 32nd, Riley Herbst, Kyle Busch, and B.J. McLeod 35th. Ricky Stowns Jr., Ty Gibbs, and Josh Berry round up the field, the 38 drivers. Looking for the wrecks here. The first wreck happened with Berry and Gibbs. I think something happened. I'm trying to remember. I think it was like Gibbs tried to make a hole in front of somebody. I don't know. I can't remember the whole ordeal. Spun around and then hard hit for Gibbs, and then Berry was involved. And the grass was on fire. It was crazy. Then another wreck happened out near the back. It was with Austin Dillon spun and collected some guys, and B.J. McLeod and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. They got involved. That's how they got bad finishes. Kyle Busch was involved in an incident with Noah Gragson. Went up the track and had to lift, and Gragson did not lift. Busch lifted, Gragson did not, and then took out Busch and hit the wall hard. Race for Busch, and then Herbst and Larson, those guys, bad finishes from wrecks and all that stuff. But looking here at the point standings, 23-11 racing, they cannot be stopped. They're top 2 in points. Reddick has a 40-point lead over Bubba Wallace, 44 over Elliott, Hocevar, and Zane Smith, the top 5 in points. That's how you know it's been crazy. First 2 races. Daytona Echo Park, sure, their first 2 races, Super Speedways, but still crazy. As for the race, really good race, honestly. I know a lot of people don't like the new configuration of Atlanta. They're entitled to their own opinions, and that's fine. But I don't know. It's amazing. It's just there's always action, and it's better than Daytona Talladega because they're not laying back and saving fuel. They're not going single file. They're not going 3 wide just to save fuel. When they're going 3 wide, they're going racing, full-fledged racing, and it's insane. There's always lead changes. There's always action, chaos, and everybody's wheeling. Okay, I gotta calm down, but I really like it. But obviously, Carson Hocevar, 2nd year in a row, being aggressive. That's just who he is. But I can understand why people don't like him. Some people don't like Joey Logano. They're basically the same driver. There's a little difference. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased toward Hocevar. Hocevar is one of my favorites. I've always been a big Hocevar defender. I know there was an incident in the truck race where he wrecked Corey Heim. That was not a good move by Hocevar. There's been some other instances too. He's gotten a little bit too over his head, but I don't know. Logano just wrecks people. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be impartial here for this review series. I'm sorry. I'm showing my bias side. I apologize. Maybe I'm not supposed to be biased. I don't know. But anyways, I apologize. Get off track here. But 23-11 racing. For Tyler Reddick back-to-back. It's insane. This team was with the lawsuit with NASCAR, and they won, and they've been freaking powerful ever since. Michael Jordan, this is the Michael Jordan from the Bulls. The 6 rings from the Bulls, Michael Jordan. That's that Michael Jordan, man. He's been there, and they've been 2-0, and he's called the shots. He's been like, I don't know how Reddick's up there. And then last week he was like, we got to get 2 guys up there to try to win the 500, and then they did, and then got to get another guy up there here and called it and whatnot. But you can tell how big of a professional I am. Anyways, I'll just leave it at that because I'm running out of breath and I'm not knowing what I'm saying. But on the Grape meter, I'll give this a solid. I'll give this honestly a 9 out of 10. I thought this was a really good race. A perfect 90% out of 100 on the Grape meter not showing it anywhere because I'm not quite a professional. I'm not quite like Eric Estep is, who's probably way better at this stuff than I am. I'm not a professional. I apologize. But that's it for this episode of Josiah's Grape Reviews. Hope you guys do enjoy another fantastic race. I thought the 500 was pretty good. This one was definitely good. Then we got Circuit of the Americas next week. Really interested to see how that race goes. But smash like, subscribe, and hit the little tiny notification button. That way you never miss any new videos just like this one. And as always, just do it as suggested by yours truly. And I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever that comes out. Whatever I do, who knows with me, right? See you guys then. Bye.